Okay. So what we were talking about is rasa, and in rasa, okay, in rasa we were talking about madura, sweet, salt, that is lavana, okay, then is amala, and it is savory, okay. Then we come here, and it is tikta, kashaya, and tikta, kashaya, and katu. Yes, spicy. So this is like spicy or chili. This is like astringent. This is bitter. Okay, so these are the English names of six rasa. Is it recording? Okay. Okay. So here, what is the catch? Here is that these three are the mostly in the food because they will be providing us the nourishment. So mostly food will be of this taste, right? Bulk of food will be this, and small amount of this. So small will be this for the taste. Bulk will be these three, right? What is bulk? Bulk means measure, and small will be these three to improve the digestion, right? So, and the medicine parts or the herbs or medicine will be mostly of this taste, mostly. Why? Because these are more cleaning, improving, and mostly there is no water and very less earth. So no nourishment here. For food, we need nourishment. We need to build our body, right? So that's why this is here. And here, earth and water, right? Here, salt is earth and, water and fire, right? And here, fire and earth, water and fire, and earth and fire, right? So earth is there, water is there. So these are the basic ingredients to make the body. Okay. So now we were talking about each rasa. So we completed Madhur rasa. Okay, let's talk about now the next Amla rasa, Savri. Okay, so Savri is they say earth, no, sorry, water and salty, not Savri. So they say, let's talk about Lavana rasa first, downward, Lavana rasa. Okay, salty. Okay, so salty is water and fire. Yes. Okay, so how it will be? Owing to the burning sensation it induces in the mouth, it gives rise to conduction of moistness, softness in the mouth. So what it will do? It will be giving mouth moistness, right? Soft. So our food little salty and it gives us softness. It's easy to chew. It goes down very nicely, right? And but it can be burning if we put little bit more because it's acid. It is still acid, right? Dominant Mahabhuta, which is the main Mahabhutas are, as we talked about, fire and earth. Sorry, water. And what are the properties? Properties are snigdha, hot, and heavy, but heavy than others, not heavy than sweet. Okay, so heavy than the others. Action: the salt taste is digestive. Liquefaction: it breaks down the food. Induction of defluction, laxative, curative of vata. Laxative, it makes the toilet easy. Curative of vata, if you are having gas indigestion, because this is amla, acid. Amla, not like this amla, but amla, another name of amla is acid. So lamana is also a kind of acid, right? So it can be burning. It can burn. So that's why we use very small amount of salt. Stiffness, obstruction, and accumulation, it burns. So if you have a stiffness in the arm, put it in the salt water, right? If swelling here, put in the salt water and it will be relieved. You know, right? So, yes. So salty water, you just put your feet, your hands, or your body soak in salty water. Just put some bath salt, yeah, or just normal salt also. Normal salt also. Yes, just put 1 spoon of normal salt. If you are tired, your feet are swollen because of long journey, there is water retention, you feel there is water in the feet, just put normal salt, eating salt in the water and put your feet inside. So it will remove the stiffness, it will remove the um, tightness in the feet. Okay. Any kind of obstruction, accumulation, you know, that when nose block, so saline water they give, right? So it breaks and open up and take, you know. So any kind of obstruction also start moving. Overpowers the taste, rest of the taste, but it's very strong. If a little bit more salt, you cannot taste anything, right? So little bit more salt and everything finished. No other taste you can taste. Okay. Yeah, I think you work in kitchen. We all know. Little bit more salt and rest of the taste of the food you cannot taste. It will be just salt, salt, salt. Right. Okay. Increased secretion of mouth. So it makes your mouth more saliva, more saliva. Liquefaction of the mucus, as I told you, that if you put in the nose for the nose block, so the nose opens up. It makes the mucus soft, soft and moving. Clarifies the passage, give relishness to the food, is neither very heavy nor very unctuous, and is hot. So it makes the food tasty. It's not heavy. It's not uh, it's not very unctuous. Unctuous means very mucus. Mucus. No, it's not. And it is hot. It makes you warm. So these are the qualities of salt. Now, if we use too much salt, what will be the problem? Some people, you will see that they are eating food and extra salt. Everywhere they will put extra salt, right? So that's a very bad habit. If some people are using too much salt, what can be the problems? We are going to talk. On excessive use, it causes vitiation of pitta and rakta. Pitta Pitta problems can increase because it has fire. Blood will become bad. It provides thirst, causes fainting, great heat, disruption, corrosion of the flesh, destroy manhood. So it will make you very thirsty. If you are drinking water, so it will make you very, very thirsty. And it is not good for your muscles, not good for muscles. You will lose muscles. Destroys manhood. If you are a man, so sperm quality will be bad. So if you are a man and planning for a baby, so extra salt is not advisable. In fact, this taste is advisable, but rest of the taste, too much not advisable. Very limit, because it can spoil sperms. So impairs the function of the sense organs. So your sense organs can become very confused with too much of salt. Induces premature wrinkle, gray hair, and baldness. So these are qualities of pitta. Early wrinkles, gray hair, less hair on the head. So pitta qualities, right? Oh. So with too much of salt, you will increase pitta qualities in the body. Right? So this is about the salt. Now is Amla Rasa, Savory. Let's talk about Savory here. It's the number 2. So Savory is like, how you say in Japanese? What is that? In Japanese, suppai. Yes, suppai. So Savory is very acidic. So if you eat too much, like just squeeze some lemon in your mouth, so you will see your teeth. Yeah. The layer of teeth will be. You will lose. Yeah. So savory taste is very acidic, and it can erode your teeth. It will cause too much salivation in the mouth, saliva, and the sweating because it's hot. Stimulation of the sense of taste. Sense of taste will be like, right, very stimulated. You will be like, right? Yeah. So, and burning in the mouth. So if you eat too much, it can cause burning and throat, in the mouth and throat both. Dominant Mahabhuta, fire and earth. So what are the properties? It's Snigdha. Snigdha is moisturized, good moisturized, not dry. Opposite to dry Snigdha. It's hot, naturally fire Mahabhuta. Right? And Guru is heavy. These heavy and light is this is heaviest water and earth. Here only water, here only earth. Fire, yeah, we can leave fire. So water and earth. So less heavy, like that. Okay. So heavy and light will be comparatively lighter than this, heavier than this, like that. Okay. So let's talk about that action. What are the actions? The acid taste add relishness to the dish. It makes food very tasty. Little lemon we squeeze, tomato we put, and we feel very happy. Very nice. Stimulates digestifier because it is fire, so it gives your digestion very good comfort. Build up the body and invigorates it. It is good for body. It is helpful to make you get more stamina, more happiness, enlighten the mind, stabilizes the sense organs, promote the strength and regulate the peristaltic movement of vata. So same, like a little bit like lavana, like salt. So it also improves the peristaltic movement, like the movement of the intestine. So if you have bumpy or if you have any obstruction, so it is very good. It will take out the food very quickly. Um, it invigorates the heart, causes salivation, conduct the food downwards, moisten, digest, and give pleasure, and is light. It gives you saliva in the mouth. So because of that also there is lots of downward movement. It makes the food soft and moist, easy to digest, right? Uh, Excess use, if we use too much, some people will eat too much savory food. What will happen? So it can same. It fire will be these both are fire. So qualities of fire. Qualities of fire. What will they do? Pitta increase. It will increase pitta. No, not too much kapha. Not too much because uh, kapha is just one part, but you see the fire. Fire is very strong. Of course, if we will use too much, little bit kapha also will increase, but fire is first. Okay, so it will be very bad for pitta because at least kapha has one property which is cold, and this is not cold; these are hot. So kapha will be still happy. If it is cold, then kapha will be bad. But this is hot fire, so kapha will be little bit okay, right? But pitta will increase badly. For Vata people, it's good. For Vata people, it is good. Yes, because it will move Vata also. It is good for Vata. For Vata, these are very good. Okay, so Amla Rasa is used too much. It can cause vitiation of blood, as we were discussing. That Pitta, blood is a part of Pitta in our body, right? That's why Pitta people have high blood pressure, red faces, anger, so hot, and hotness goes by blood, right? So blood is a very big part of pitta. So it can cause vitiation of blood, edema, swelling, suppuration of inflammation. If you have an inflammation, it will get spoiled more and show. Burning sensation in the throat, chest, and heart. So lots of burning. Or sometimes we feel like we had burning. So these are the if we are taking too much. Okay. You have any question? Something also more. Yes, it will increase. You see now when you see these things, have you noticed that Japanese food does not have too much spice, but they have these both taste, savory and salty. And this is a very strong fire, but this is also fire. So you will see that the Japanese people will use this more. This they cannot use too much because vata. This thing will increase vata. This will increase vata. Right? This is the kapha supporting food. And Japanese already have vata type of bodies, very thin. Right? So they do not use this too much. They use to balance the digestion, they use this. Right? And in India, people are more kapha. So they use strong this. Right? So this way you can understand the old concepts. These people were very aware when the this system was developing. So they have a more connection with the nature. They can understand the body type, they can understand where they are living, what type of conditions are there, what type of food they are eating, right? So you will find everywhere a balance, very nice balance. You will see that in Europe they eat lots of bread, right? Because cold weather, they can have carbs, fine carbs they can absorb, because if their body is you will see that they can keep on eating too much of carbs but still do not get fat that easily compared to the uh, America is a new country, we cannot talk about that. That's all immigrants there, right? But the old countries, you can see in your country, people will eat more rice,
fish,
not the white bread, right? And miso soup and all those, which is strongly this, strongly this, yeah, right, yes. So I think the old people or the old cultures have some common sense. That's how the food was developing according to the local situation, local food, what their land is growing, not the imported food, but what they are growing, their land is growing, that is good for them, right? Over the years, yes, you can change your DNA after long time, but we cannot, in our generation, it is difficult because we are the second or third generation who is moving out of the countries, export things are there, food from other countries are there. 50 years back, it was not there. So it's not even second generation. We are the first generation facing everything on us, right? So maybe after 3, 4 generations, we will be more comfortable with different type of food. Our DNA will adjust. Okay. So this was these three rasas, which is more for nourishment, but have some fire, some very good nourishment. So food will be most part this. Little part we will use here, little, okay? Because here, more water, fire and air and air and sky. So these things cannot nourish you. Air and sky cannot nourish you. Air and fire cannot nourish you. Right? This is air and fire. It cannot nourish you. The nourishment is here. Water and earth, kapha. You need to make body kapha. There is no kapha here. Only fire, which is digestion. Here, yes, fire plus little nourishment. Fire plus little nourishment, right? But here, no nourishment. So very small part you will use, very small part. Okay?
Okay.
Let's talk about Katurasa, pungent taste. That is known as a pungent taste, which on contact with the tongue causes irritation and prickly sensation and give rise to burning of mouth, nose, eyes. It induces form of water from them. So, katu pungent taste is uh, how you will say that goya, no?
Goya.
Yeah. No. Katu is spice. That is chili. Right. So it is like when you put on your tongue, it is like, oh my God, burning. Like somebody have put some needles on your tongue. Yes, and eyes will start watering. What is good thing about it is that it will wash away. It will wash. So your eyes, from where water is coming? Water is coming from inside. So it's cleaning the channels. So nose start running. So if you have a blockage,
Wasabi.
wasabi, yes. So if you have blockage, just eat little chili and nose will start running. So no block open.
Indian people.
In India, yes,
Yeah.
we use lots of black pepper. Uh, Green chili is not native Indian food.
Oh,
It is from Mexico. Yeah. Tomatoes, potatoes, green chilies do not belong to traditional Indian food. It is it came from foreign countries to our land.
it's a black pepper.
We have only black pepper. That's why in Ayurveda nowhere you will find mention of red chilies, green chilies, chili flakes. It is not our native from our land. We had black pepper, we had long pepper, too, So this ginger.
Ginger also. Mhm.
So we will be balancing our food with these. Later on, this chilies came, and we started cultivating chilies, potatoes, tomatoes.
It's another country.
Yeah. So in Indian food, you will not find anywhere mention of potatoes, mention of tomatoes, and now in every Indian dishes we have tomatoes. Now tomato also.
Yeah.
In every dish we are putting tomatoes these days. Yeah, it is not from India. So nowhere in Ayurveda tomato is mentioned.
But elephant from India. I think.
Eggplant.
Yeah, elephant.
Okay. So eggplant is from India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's from India.
No, no,
Yeah, yeah.
even not eggplant. Eggplant is also not from India.
No?
No. But yes, some later on book
I think that
it is mentioned, but not much. That is also not from India.
what? So salad?
I think Indian vegetables were more like cucumbers and
And the beans.
the beets,
beans.
beans,
And the
huh?
dal.
Hmm?
Bean
Beans. Yes, yes,
from
beans.
India.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Beans we had, yes. Beans we had, rice we had, many types of grains we had, millets, yeah, all native to India. Wheat also not that much. In traditionally in our samhitas or in Ayurveda, wheat was mentioned as a very heavy food to digest, and sometimes wheat,
Wheat.
wheat, wheat, uh, chapati, bread, wheat.
The wheat is very heavy.
Yes, it is mentioned in Ayurveda. Wheat is heavy and to eat sometimes only.
Very heavy.
So it is mentioned in Ayurveda as a heavy to digest food.
Powder.
Yes,
What?
ginger or
More. Is that time. So.
hing. Hing.
Yeah.
Hing is better for protein. For protein, beans, mame.
Mame.
Hing is better for that. Wheat generally, we do not put hing in wheat. No, but the hing is in Ayurveda. It is mentioned as heavy food and to use sometimes, not always. So mostly it was different grains in different seasons, like corn, like millet, rice. So this type of things were there. Yeah, oats. So wheat was not mentioned too much, and not to focus the main food. So that also came later as a main food. Now everybody is eating wheat as a main food, which was never in maybe in some countries in Europe because of hot climate they need to have more, and their generations were using white bread, so it's okay for them. Our few generations back was not too much wheat eaters. Maybe in future our generations will be mixed generations, so they will be okay. but for now it can cause problems because we are not exposed to that much wheat. Our generations were not that much wheat eaters, right? Bread and wheat. Okay, so let's talk about pungent again. Yeah, so it gives burning to the mouth and nose and eyes. It induces form of water from them. So you start having water from the nose, from the eyes. What are the Mahabhutas? Agni and Vayu. See, fire and air. It just can make you very dry and very hot. So how dry? When you will, everything will come out. It will give you more dryness. Everything came out. Your all the channels secreted whatever they were containing. They were having some moisture. Everything they released. So now dryness, right? So properties, it makes you dry, it makes you hot, it makes you light because there is no nourishment. So you will be light if you are planning to lose weight. So a little bit more, black pepper and all hot food. That's what we talk in Ayurveda. More hot and more light food you can have, not this much too much if you are planning to lose weight. And how is this? Cold, heavy, and very opposite to dry, moist, right? So make you very moist, heavy, and cold, right? So opposite to that will be dry, hot, and light. So that's why we use some ginger, some black pepper, and hot food if you are planning to lose weight. Action, but yes, of course, you have to take care of your body type. You should not follow like a blind because everybody is following this. I should also follow this. You have to be very very careful about your body type. If you are already a Vata person and using too much of these this type of taste, it can be it can be difficult for your body. It can create more problems than the good things. Okay, so action. The pungent taste purifies the mouth, stimulates the gastric fire, desiccates the food, causes the nose to run, eyes to water, and make the sense organs sharp. So after a spice, your mouth is very clean. Your eyes were watery and clean. So everything becomes very clean. If you are having congestion, if you have blockages, then it's really good for some time that it will wash up. And your sense organs, which were like cloudy because of too much pressure, too much water, too much stickiness, mucus. So now they becomes very clear. Okay, so sense organs becomes very sharp. It gives relishness to the food. Yes, food becomes more good to taste because every time sweet we cannot eat. If somebody says this is going to be your food always, you will be like, oh my God, no, no, please give me some taste, some different taste. I need, my mouth is sweet. I'm like, ooh, right? I'm feeling cold. I'm feeling low circulation. Give me something different. So that is how it is. It makes food tasty. It cures pruritus. Pruritus is itching, because sweet taste also give you itching, itchy. Yeah, obesity. If you have obesity, too much weight gain, urticaria and edema. That's what we talked about. Urticaria is again hives. No? Hives is because of sweet, too much stress. It cleans. It cleans because it starts your body secrete, right? So it cleans. So it's very good for urticaria problem. Edema, if you have puffiness, swelling sometime in the fingers, and when you get up, you feel like your fingers are swollen, right? So in that, it is very good. Antihistaminic is when you feel that you have worms in your stomach. You say that? Worm in the stomach.
Okay, yeah.
What is that in the
So,
Japanese? Hmm?
so what?
Hmm. What is how you call in Japanese?
い、
E.
い、stomach、い、これは
Warm.
腸、
Cho.
大腸、
Daicho.
腸、like this.
Cho. Oh, okay.
腸。
Small worms.
そうね。
Wo- Worm. How you call it? Worm. Like little in your stomach. Insects or how you will tell it? Like,
ピロリ、
Pirori.
ピロリ、right? More insects inside.
Hmm.
Maybe ピロリ
Pirori. Okay.
in
Yeah.
Japan.
Okay. Worm. Yes.
Stomach,
Yes.
Yeah.
Worm. Little
Small.
small inside it. Infection, you can say. Infection, like, yeah.
It's
But
not good.
not good, yes. So this test removes kill, finish. Spicy food can kill because worms like sweet. Mushy,
Insects
okay,
in stomach.
in stomach, like this.
Maybe so. This is bacteria.
No, this is worm. Worm.
Right?
Okay.
What is mushi?
Worm.
What is stomach? I will think.
It's stomach worm.
Okay, stomach. Oh, I will check.
What do you call it? Got it? Just write D1. Maybe you can find out something with this word. Find deworm. Uh-huh.
Ah,
It's opposite to worm. Removing worm is deworm. Huh? Okay. Show me. Yes. 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 Mm, mm.
Teju.
Hmm?
Like
Cannot see. What is that? How you call in Japanese? Anisakis.
No, like this, no?
Uh-huh.
Anisakis.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Many times. Small, big, very big. With this?
Yeah.
Oh my God, don't tell me.
So, fresh raw fish sometimes
Eat from your stomach?
in Japan.
From your stomach? Oh my God. No. You make sashimi with this worm?
In Japan.
Ah.
It's not rare. One time a 1 year. Once a week 1 year is possible new.
Oh, you mean, okay, I got it.
But not every day.
Okay, you mean to say that in sashimi, sometimes this is there and it can make you infect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
right?
In India too.
India.
But not with this pig, pig meat.
Meat.
Pig meat
Meat.
has
Yeah.
big problem.
Yeah.
Big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem.
And it can go into your brain also.
Brain.
Brain, eyes. And it can damage your brain. Mm. This is a serious problem, no cure. If it goes in your brain, it can damage your function of body.
Really?
Yes. And mostly in India, they say it is in pig. People who eat pig.
Yeah, pig, ne?
Pig meat.
Yeah.
What is that?
Buta. Boo. Pig.
Pig. So in pig meat, they say egg of this even if you do not cook properly. So egg of this stay and it can travel and go in the brain. Many small children die because of in the brain. It's a serious problem. Mhm. That's why they say that do not eat raw meat. Yes,
Good, good.
should cook properly.
Okay.
Yes. So this taste, if you have warmth in your tummy, it can kill, remove
Fine.
with the spice. Because worms like sweet. Right? So if you eat some spicy food,
That's right. So with sushi is we need to wasabi.
wasabi,
With sushi, raw fish
yeah,
is better for
better for digestion.
bone.
For worm also and for digestion also because raw meat. You need some strong fire, right? Okay. So it is very good for to remove the worms if you have obesity, urticaria, edema, and it splits open accumulation of blood. If you have blood clot, blood is getting thick, and you have clots in your blood, so it can remove the clots also because very sharp. It will break. Remove obstruction, any kind of obstruction also it will remove. Dilate the passage, so your channels will open. If there is a blockage, it will open. And it allays kapha, so it removes kapha, it balances kapha. It's light, hot, and dry, just opposite to kapha. Kapha is light, heavy, hot, cold, dry, too much moisture, just opposite. So if you use little bit of this, so you will be balancing sweet. Excess use. Now, if we are using too much of chilies, too much spices we are using. So when used in excessive quantities, it can cause loss of manhood, as I told you again and again. Sperms, for the good quality sperm, we need very good food. But if we are eating this kind of food a lot or like hot stuff, so it's not good for sperm or for semen. So if you're using too much, not like just the genuine amount, but if you're using too much, then some people use too much. If you are struggling with infertility or, so then you have to be a little bit more careful. Or if you are planning baby, so then again, for few days, you have to be more careful. So weariness, asthenia, weariness, tiredness, because there is no strength in this. There is no strength. So you will feel weak, you will feel tired, you will lose muscles, you will faint, you will choke, vertigo, no strength in the body, and it produces thirst. You will be so thirsty because everything came out. So the body becomes thirsty. Okay, so that was the katu, spicy. Now let's talk about tikta rasa, that is bitter taste. That should be known as the bitter taste, which on coming in contact with the tongue causes loss of sensation, is not pleasant to the tongue, and induces cleanliness, dryness, and keenness in the mouth. So, bitter is when it comes in contact with the tongue, and your mouth is like, ah, sugar and water, right? So, it's not like spicy that you will have burning, but it is like you put something bitter on your mouth and you water, right? So that is the bitter taste. That you give me something, give me something, give me something fast, right? So that is not pleasant to the tongue. Tongue does not like it. And it induces cleanliness, dryness, and keenness in the mouth. Dominant Mahabhuta, what are the dominant Mahabhuta? Akash and Vayu, air and sky. Properties are again dry, cold, and lagu, because you can see it is air and sky, so no fire here. So it's very dry, it's very cold, and it is not giving you anything. just vata, complete vata. Okay, and you will see the vegetables. Vegetables have these two tastes. Most of the vegetables have these two tastes. Little astringent and the kashaya. So that's why when we say you have to lose weight, we say eat more vegetables. Eat more vegetables. Sweet vegetables like potatoes and sweet potatoes here. Not as sweet like sugar. You can just taste and understand. Not like sugar. Okay, good. Oh, like sugar. Oh, too much. Madhur rasa. Most of the vegetables, particularly the green leaves and all, you will find here somewhere. So when we cook them little bit with some salt and we try to balance it, right? So very less sweet will be there in vegetables, and until unless it is not carrot, potatoes, which really are sweet. But most of the vegetables will be little bit, and little bit, right? Okay, even the mame. But you see the grains like wheat and rice, sweet. But mame, not that sweet. They're little bit here, astringent. Yeah, heavy and difficult to digest. Mm. Okay, so bitter taste is like that, and the actions, the bitter taste, though, and appetitive in taste, is yet appetizing in action. It is antidote to poison. It is very appetizing. So little bit bitter taste we require in our diet. It's antidote to poison if you are suffering with any kind of poison in the body. So it's very good. That's why we have all the medicine also with this taste. Maximum of the medicine you will find of this taste. More of this taste, more strong is the medicine. Is vermicidin, it kills the worm, because worms do not like, which is not sweet, they don't like. Cause fainting if you are eating too much, because there is nothing here to offer you. So you can faint, you can have burning, you can have itching, you will be dermatosis, thirst. So all these problems will be there uh, if you are taking too much. It imparts firmness to the skin and flesh. One thing is good with astringent, that hey, we are talking about tiktarasa, not astringent, yeah. So we are talking here. So it will make your skin little tighter, because it does not have anything to make it big and moist. So it will make you tight, because it has taken all your juice, right? So it will make you tight. So it is febrifuge. It can give you feverish feeling. Digestive stimulant, purificatory for breast milk, depletive and desiccant of moisture, fat, marrow, lymph, pus, sweat, urine, feces, bile, mucus. So everything will become dry. If you have like diarrhea, uh, dry. If you have gas, stuck, not passing. Right. So these are the some of the things. If you have breast milk which is not clean, it will make it clean. Right. Uh, Excess use. If you are using too much, it causes loss of semen, dry up element of the body, renders the channel rough, causes emaciation, giddiness, and many other disorders of vata. It's complete vata. So if you have to balance your kapha, yes, then you require a little bit more. But you have to be very, very careful if you have vata problems. So if Vata is little bit high in the body, so it can increase it seriously too much. Uh, is it clear? Shall we go to the Kashaya Rasa? Astringent taste. So that is the astringent taste which produces astringent and dull effect on the tongue and a sense of constriction and antispasmodic. Antispasmodic is like we have our food channels like going like, and when they are going like this, so we have diarrhea, we have other problems. But this taste just make everything stop, like mahi, right? And it is heavy. Why? Because it has, see, it has air and earth. How is the earth? Earth is so heavy, so heavy, right? So you can just take an example like I told you that time also, raw khaki.
Raw kaki, raw ringo,
Yeah,
raw apple.
raw apple,
Yeah.
raw guava.
Yeah, guava.
So you take a bite and you are feel like uh, it cannot go inside, it cannot come out. You feel like all your saliva finished in the mouth, your muscles not moving, your mouth not taking it inside. It's like what? Right? So that is astringent. It is heavy and it's dry. It makes your saliva, all juices finished, and earth, earth element so heavy that you feel like money, no movement. So this also we will use in lots of medicine to balance, you know, to balance the hyperaction. This is the astringent taste which produces astringent and dull effect on the tongue and a sense of constriction in the throat and is also spasmodic, antispasmodic in action. So sometimes when you are bleeding too much, you are having gary, you are having too much secretions, then you can use this. Make it tight. So this is about the kashaya taste or the astringent. The astringent taste is sedative. Sedative, as you understand, it makes you so sleepy because of mahi action. Everything stops. Astringent in action, synthesizing, compressive, henotic, desiccant, styptic, sedative of kapha, blood and pitta. It stops, stops, and accumulate everything. Mucus, blood, pus, toilet, urine, everything becomes like stuck. So it consumes the body fluid. So it makes you so dry. So any fluid in the body, it just dries up. Like when you put in your mouth, you can see your saliva finish up. No saliva in the mouth, right? So when you eat too much of astringent taste, it makes your body also same. Right? You must have heard in the old times they will be using astringer on the face before makeup. Yeah, to stop sweating. So it was called astringent only. Astringent, maybe some kind of alcohol. Yeah, they will spray, and so any kind of oil or any kind of sweat, stop for some time, and then put makeup. So then people start understanding that it is alcohol and not good. So stopped. But now they are using some kind of other product to close the pores so that when makeup is there, nothing should come out. Right. So these are the things which are astringent. They use on the skin. Okay, excess use, if you are using too much, it can cause emaciation, lose muscles because there is no much nourishment in it. Weariness, you feel tired, cause stiffness, You feel you are thirsty, but you cannot drink. Cyanosis, blood circulation stops. So your fingers can become blue. Loss of manhood, so semen quality also become less. It inhibits letters, urine, feces, and semen. So if you have gas, if you have urine, if you have toilet, everything is just make stop and less. It constricts the body channel and causes many disorders of vata. So many problems of vata may happen because of imbalance of this. Or if you are having vata problems, then need to avoid too much of this taste because it causes obstruction, and vata does not like obstruction. Vata needs movement for the human body, right? So any kind of obstruction, and this can give very bad obstruction. It can give like a mahi situation. So too much of this we shouldn't use. That's why for vata people we always say, cook your vegetables, make it little warm, cook, put some salt, so little fire is there to balance it. So too much of raw vegetables are too much of this, or little bit this. So which can make your vata very bad. That's why people still suffer. So they are trying their best, but still they are not happy. Okay. Okay, so that was the rasa part. Let me just stop and record this, save this. So otherwise,